Tease of the week. We got, oh, that's the wrong button. I gotta present. There we go. Share this bad boy. Boom. Biggie Shack, you're gonna want to pick up this first one. I know it.
Oh, shit.
Deadpool number 15.
They better have my fucking Deadpool, or I pull it every week.
It's also landmark issue number 350. It has the first appearance of Kurani, a new villain. So it's a landmark issue. Showdown you've been waiting for. Get ready for the 350th celebration, like only the pool can bring you. So yeah, it's actually a real key. It does have a first appearance. That's good. It's got 4 variants.
Well, every Deadpool issue has a first appearance, but that's fine.
There's some okay extra covers.
What number is it, Bleak?
Number 15.
Do I have like an A, B, or C cover to pick from that I should get?
I really like the one that has Deadpool and Wolverine on it fighting a bunch of Deadpools. It's pretty cool.
Is it a C cover or just a variant?
Let's see. It's just looks like a variant, maybe a D cover or something like that.
Okay.
It's got a silver border around it, and Deadpool and Wolverine are kicking the shit out of a bunch of Deadpools.
Maybe a D.
Usually, I'm not like a fan of like borders, but I'm not hating that one.
And the colors match well with that's why the border, you don't see it as much.
I don't know why it wouldn't be a B or C cover though. I don't know why you're jumping to D.
It doesn't, well, because it's all the way at the bottom.
Oh.
It's the 4th variant.
Oh, okay. Well, that does make a little more sense. I thought it was issue 14. What issue is it? 17?
Number 15, Biggie.
Okay. It would make sense if it was 14 Legend, but it's 15.
Deadpool 15, and it's the landmark number is 350.
Hell yeah. I love Deadpool, man. Deadpool is the best.
And that's the A cover is actually pretty good, to be honest. If I
don't hate the A cover. No,
Yeah.
I'm pumped, dude. I just hope they just give it to me. Like I love getting my Deadpool, so you know how I am.
If I was to pick up a cover for that, it would be the Wolverine and Deadpool on it. I think it's just a cool cover.
I'll have to take a screenshot and send it to them.
But it is pretty cool. Oh, what's this? Giant size Age of Apocalypse. Huh.
Yeah, this is where Kamala Khan's been going through she's like stuck in a time thing, and she's like hitting all of these classic moments in comic books. So she's like done a giant size X-Men. Now it's there's been several ones, but now she's in giant size Age of Apocalypse. So that's why she's on the center of the cover. This is a Kamala Khan storyline they've been running for a while.
Okay. There are 7 variants, so she's just jumping through time, hitting all the major milestones of Marvel. Mm-hmm. Is that what they're
Correct.
doing? Okay. So they're trying to make her something. I get that. One of the 5 one-shots that inserts a misplaced Kamala Khan into a classic X-Men story.
Oh, weird.
Weird. It's almost like Beckerman just said that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. That one's Steven.
Yeah, I like that.
Steven, what do you think of that?
Lovely.
Yeah, I thought you might think that's all right. This is pretty nice as well.
I don't know if that's a 1 in 100, but that's all right.
Yeah, 1 in 100 view. It looks sort of foily. I bet you there's foil on it. I feel like it's got foil. And then, of course, the one with the trade dress. That's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, but with the already high cover price on these, like, why would I want to run out and buy that when I can get the first appearance of Blink for less money? Like,
that's a good point.
Doesn't make sense.
That is true.
That is a good point. That's where I lay in comic books, Beckerman, but I know everybody collects in their own way, so I try not to tell people not to collect new comic books, but you know how I feel about that.
This is what you wanted, folks. This is what we've got a beautiful Blink cover. Okay, the first appearance costs like $5.
Right.
Why would I pay $9.99?
I think you're 100%.
Feels like I'm Feels like I'm signing a contract.
Well,
that
at
says
least-
bad at math.
At least this is new content. Like when they give you a facsimile of the first blink, and you can get the first blink for the same amount of money. That's ridiculous.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or less.
Can you imagine
or
they're
less.
coming out with it? They're just like, here's the first appearance of Blink facsimile for $6.99. Like, yeah, okay.
I really think the facsimile train, like they're really just doing every book. Like I saw some of the DC books that they did. I'm like, really, that book? I get it, but
I mean, I say that, but the second
I don't
they do
mind
a
some of
facsimile
them.
New Warriors #1, I'm gonna go out and buy
of
it.
course you are.
Because they're coming out with like Action 22, and that was like considered the first Lex Luthor. So I like that they're doing that. Was it 22?
As long as it's
It's 23 actually.
as long as it's a big important book,
Okay.
I get it.
No, Superman 4 is the first Lex Luthor.
Well, 23 is the money book. Steppo.
Understood, but it's not the first appearance.
Well, that's not what CGC says. So
Well, I assure you.
you could take Steppo's word, or you could take everybody else's word, and fucking Alan's like,
All right.
yeah.
I
On
do.
that-
I
on that
do.
note, I'm gonna go have a nap today, guys. You have a good one.
That is correct. So it is number 4 is technically the first appearance, but everybody believes.
No, it's not. It's
They-
not.
Yes, it is. By
Action
date of
is.
Biggie, by date of publication.
When you
Just
say
go-
when you say technically, that's a fact. The fact is that Action 23 is the real Lex Luthor. It's the first.
I said
That's technically.
it's the first
I'm,
appearance.
I'm off. I'm terribly sorry, Biggie, but you're laboring under
That's
a
fine. That's
misapprehension.
fine.
You are.
Yeah, that's like saying X-Men Annual 14 is the first Gambit. You could sink in that ship if you want, but I'm not going to.
But it's not, though. We all know that.
But my friend, if you look at the date of publication when the books came out, Superman 4 is at least a week or so ahead of the Superman or the Action, and it has a Lex Luthor story in it with Luthor. So it is the first appearance of Lex Luthor in a comic book. I mean, it's just what it is. It's not good, not bad, not anything, but it is the first appearance. They have it incorrect, and they know they have it incorrect. I don't know why they do that.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying for now, until they switch it, the way it is the way it is. Like I can't change it for anybody.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We got Green Arrow 25, second appearance of Crimson Archer, a character introduced in Adventure Comics 259 in 1959. Wow. Okay.
I think I have that book.
Well, this is the second appearance of the Crimson Archer, apparently.
Nice.
But it's just they haven't appeared since 1959. That's crazy. Huh. That's
And let
interesting.
me tell you, this Green Arrow story, I'm so happy. This Green Arrow book is like, it really, it was only supposed to be a 12-issue mini, but so many people were picking up the Green Arrow story, it got pushed to an 18-arc story, and then so many more people started picking it up that it ended up just becoming an ongoing. I'm so happy that a Green Arrow story is becoming an ongoing now. Yeah, it's been a really good story. Yeah, I highly recommend Green Arrow, guys.
I can tell you that I don't like any of the covers at all. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, the covers are not the best, but like the story is where it's at.
They're garbage, bro. But
Garbage. Mike,
that's okay.
strong.
I don't know if it's garbage. Yeah,
On a Sunday?
Maybe not garbage. Maybe not garbage.
that one's a little rougher than the other one. The one you call garbage. This one's a little rougher, I'd say.
Yeah, like it's
That's
just not,
the A cover.
that's the
Yeah.
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 It's the best cover out of the month. That's crazy. Yeah. I guess the
Like I do like that one. Go up. The one above it.
Yeah,
That's George Perez.
Oh shit! No shit.
how did they get George Perez? That's
I didn't
crazy.
know that. Where's the
They
other
used
15
his old
characters? If it's George oh, okay.
How did they get George Perez to do that? That's
Yeah, shit. I just jumped completely over. He ain't alive no more.
good for them. Good for them. Justice League Unlimited #8. We Are Yesterday crossover conclusion. So it's a conclusion of a crossover. Again, it doesn't seem like much of a key to me, in my personal opinion, but it is what it is. I don't know why I'm listening to myself. That's weird.
Yeah, it just started playing out of the blue.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Is anybody picking up this Justice League crossovers Unlimited?
I can't get DC.
Yeah, I'm picking up. I'm picking up Unlimited stuff. I'm behind just because, I'm 2 months behind on my shop send me books due to some issues and stuff, uh, with Canada Post. But I should have my books by tomorrow. Actually, they'll be here tomorrow, so I'll be catching up on Justice League Unlimited. It's a good story. Like I'm happy with this crossover and stuff with Justice League Unlimited and that.
Well, I like this cover with all the villains on it. It's a good cover. Again, I'm a little partial to villains for some reason, but that's okay. There's some okay covers. That reminds me of something. I feel like they've done this 100 times. I feel like I've seen that a lot.
See you later, K-Munin.
K-Munion's out. Okay. So we got,
See you
I
later,
like
guys.
that.
we got Pride covers. All right. I guess we're still in Pride Month. That makes sense.
Yep. There's the other George Perez cover.
Cool. All right. So yeah, that's it's just the end of the story arc basically. So in my opinion, unless you're picking it up, it's not really a key. I wouldn't worry too much about it. But if you are reading
Yeah.
it,
I like it. I like it, the fact that like pretty much everybody, like they're kind of going with like what the animated series did, where like everybody's a Justice Leaguer. They all have Justice Leaguer cards and stuff, and each Justice League, each character's like assigned a certain like area, certain and are called in when they need it for their specificity of powers and stuff. So I really dig Justice League Unlimited.
we got Miles Morales, Spider-Man, in number 34. I think it says sun's getting real low. Nice, that's pretty cool. So there must be a tape that they play to get poor She-Hulk under control. 3 variants. It is actually a full appearance. So this is the first full appearance of Powerlift. There are 3 variants. If you like Miles Morales, which I do very much, you'll probably be picking this up. This one's pretty cool if you like that sort of thing. Miles Morales looks like he's having a hard day. I also really like this one. I like the colors and I like the line work on this one quite a bit. So I think this would be the one that I would probably pick up. Although I really wish they would change the suit back to black and red. I don't really like it.
Yeah.
I liked his original black and red suit. I thought it was cool. That's Miles. New History of the DC Universe, number 1, is next.
Yeah. Dude, there's some great covers. Like, there's like, you want to talk about a cover with a lot of characters on it. Like, they have a nice front and back cover, folding cover. That's just amazing.
This is front and back. You get that old picture of Superman. Pretty cool. Got Jay Garrick in there. Oh, you got the Sandman in the back there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty neat. So that has 7 variants. It's a 4-issue limited series hosted by the Flash, Barry Allen. It tells the 90-year history of the DC universe. Interesting.
A wraparound, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I'm blanking on words today. Thanks, Apex.
If you like Wonder Woman, you'll I bet you Magic Lasso pick up this if they.
Yeah, man, Ryan's gonna be all over that.
That's actually a really nice cover. That's a nice picture of Wonder Woman. Very old school look
Yeah.
to it. Holy smokes!
There we go. That's the one I was talking about. That's the one.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, look at that, right?
What in the
That's
heck is going on
crazy.
there?
Yeah,
That's insane. That looks like I doubt Perez did that, but that looks like a Perez cover. Perez was famous for
yeah.
having a million people on his covers.
Who did
I
it?
like.
What is it? I don't even know what's going on.
So this is the history of the DC universe.
Oh,
Number
okay.
one. It's done from the perspective of the Flash, and he tells the history of the DC universe, the 90 years of history of the DC universe.
Yeah, I'm picking it up.
Cover artist is Scott Koblish.
Oh, I know that guy. He did a lot of Deadpool.
I love that Todd Knock is doing the art.
Todd Knox on
Artist. Yeah, and Mark Wade's writing it. Yes.
Sounds like a Marvel team.
Frig, yeah.
Learn the definitive history of the DC universe in celebration of 90 years of DC. Superfan and writer Mark Waid turns back time to the very beginning of the DC universe in a 4-issue miniseries drawn by some of DC's greatest artists and told by the newest chronicler of time, Barry Allen, the Flash. In our debut issue, Barry takes us from the very birth of the DC universe to the rise of the Justice Society. The golden age of heroes begins here. That's interesting.
Hell yeah.
That'd be a
I'm
hell
picking
of
it up.
that'd be an interesting read. So I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm picking it up. Single issues, and that it's on my pull list.
Yeah, that's very, very curious. It's very cool. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice one, Dolan. There you go. Who drew that? Archer. Yeah, that's what I thought. Very cool. I like this book. I think it's going to be cool. There's a blank for you, Rad. Yeah, so that's DC, history of the DC universe. Probably a couple more. One more. What do we got? VR Troopers, number 1.
Oh, mother, dude. Dude.
6-issue limited series that reimagines the VR Troopers 30 years after their last series.
Dude, are they watching the Undervalued World Championship or what? Because I said that I have the first VR Troopers like 2 weeks ago, bro.
Feel like someone's watching. Big brother. There's 13.
Everybody's like, VR Troopers, who's that? I never heard there. Bang. Right there, dude.
And of course, Boom is doing it. You know, when Boom does something, they're going to have 8 billion variants. There are a lot of variants to this.
Well, it makes sense that Boom is doing it too, because Boom has the rights to Power Rangers as well.
Bro, I thought I heard something was going on with VR Troopers. I wasn't sure where I heard it, but yeah. Weird.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
VR Troopers is dope as hell, bro. I used to watch it more than Power Rangers, I swear.
Huh. That's an interesting cover. I wonder if that'll do well.
I guarantee you it's going to. The logo, logo variants always do well. Like even like remember when Big Time Collectibles was doing like the DC, like the Superman logos, the Batman logos and stuff. Those sold out like crazy.
Boom always chinses out though. They got the 1 in 10.
You better go get your Sentai 5s, everybody.
Which is the thing, it's this, which is the foil, and then they if you're gonna do a 1 in 10, make it special at least.
Well, my Sentai 5 is gonna go from a $50 book to a $100 book. Watch.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. There you go. VR Troopers coming at you. X-Men from the Ashes, Demons and Death, number 1. This is a reprint of X-Men from the Ashes, number 7, number 12. I don't understand what's going on here, but apparently it's a reprint. And that's what makes it a key. So I would recommend no. If you're buying this because it's a key, this is not a key. I am interested in reading the history of the DC universe, though. That interests me quite a bit.
I'm gonna get the VR Trooper.
Yeah, they do one there was one that came out. Like they do one like every I want to say like every 20 years they put one out, because this is the third one that they've put out, the history of the DC universe. But it's retelling it because they've introduced new characters like since then, right?
Yeah, because Flash is now in charge of the time and all that, right? Like history.
Yeah.
And shit. So didn't that happen in Future State? And all that shit was wrecked, and you had to go back and figure it out. Trending 20. Mr. Miracle #1.
Oh, it's a big book now, dude.
See? Yeah, I knew it was gonna come there. I hated the fact that, like, I love the fact that it was announced, but I hate the fact that I knew this book was gonna go up in price because of that animated cartoon announcement.
High $200, mid $80, low $20. That's just for raw copies. Don't think you're getting a graded copy like that.
No, and the biggest book's 4, dude. 4's worth more than 1.
Well, look at that. #4 is the second on the list. In fact,
Yeah.
Oh my God, they got your book next, TM.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Man, like
yeah.
that's another
Let's
book
go.
like I was gonna go after. Like I want all of these books, but they're going up in price due to the fact that they just announced that there's going to be a Mr. Miracle animated project coming, which had like a picture of Mr. Miracle, Big Barda, and of course you can't have those characters without having Granny Goodness to tell the story.
Good for you,
Like
TM, dude.
because like Granny Goodness is the reason why Mr. Miracle has his name of Scott Free. It's like she named him Scott Free.
They still ain't caught on to my pick though. 6 is the one, because 6 is the female Furies, and it's the first time they make fun of Stan Lee as the Funky Flash Man. So that's the deep cut, dude. Like I don't know. I feel like the female Furies are gonna be like the sidekick in this shit, but we'll see. I don't know.
I don't. I love these covers. I think Mr. Miracle.
Man,
so
that's like my favorite cover right there. It's
Dude,
#2.
Dude, Mr. Miracle DC Kirby is my favorite bronze Kirby for sure. Like it's so good.
So
The Fourth World.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Dude.
So yeah, I don't know. These books are going up. I would probably stay away from them at this point in time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go after them at all.
Nah, it's not that bad. Go for them.
And this is a book. This is a book I'm after. This book for sure. I still want
Yeah,
this.
same.
That's
Same
getting
here.
popular, dude. Yeah.
I think this will go
It's-
down in price. I think it has.
Yeah,
a good-
it will.
it's if you're buying it for years in the future that you're going to make money off it, probably not. But if you're buying it because you like the book and you like the characters, this book's actually, I think, is
Yeah.
worth it.
The only reason it's up high right now is because the second season of the show is coming out in July,
Yeah,
like July
after-
3rd, I think.
That'll be the end of the show. You won't ever hear of it again after
Well,
that.
I think the coolest thing that I know of Steppo doing, dude, was getting that the book that he has turned into the real first Sandman. Like that was sick. Bro.
Yes, that was super cool. Actually,
I think that is my favorite Steppo story, is getting that book switched around.
Thank you.
Yeah, Steppo he knew that Adventure 40 wasn't the first Sandman. It was actually, what's it called, Steppo?
New York World's Fair Comics of 1939.
Yes. World's Fair 39 is the first Sandman, which is super cool because he was going to make sure they got that shit right, and he did.
Boy, they fought me every inch of the way. It was I've never really understood why, but then I did finally understand why. But it was just it was quite a process.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's invested into this other book their entire lives, and then all of a sudden somebody says, "That's sorry, boys, that's
Right.
not the book." They're like, "What? What do you mean that's not the book? I got 7 copies of this book."
It's very much like the Superman 4, you know, like it's true. It's just hard to get these guys to fucking do what they're supposed to do, you know?
That is.
I don't understand why they're so hidebound about it unless there is some sort of monetary basis
That's right.
for it. That's not to take away from that action, which is a rare and very cool book. It's just, you know, and I really, to be honest with you, I had a Superman 4, and I had several of the yellow covers, you know, the early yellow Superman covers. And when it came time for me to flip those things, I couldn't give them away. People just were not, they were not interested in them. And I got out with a whole skin and made a few bucks, but the 4 was the hardest one to sell.
Damn.
This next book, honestly, I wish I don't have
Oh,
it.
it's a drop dead gorgeous cover, dude. This is such a good
Yeah.
book.
And it's also
I'm
the first
guessing-
appearance of the Son of Darkseid. Like, this is no
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
Oh, it's so
I'm
good.
guessing this is on the list due to the Mr. Miracle announcement as well, because
I would imagine, yeah.
yeah,
more, bro.
Also, Darkseid, Superman's out. Like, Darkseid's one of his biggest enemies. Yada yada yada. The Son of Darkseid. It all makes sense.
yeah, it's the introduction of New Genesis and Apocalypse too, which is huge.
Debut of the Mobius chair, introduction of New Genesis, first team appearance of Parademons, first appearance of Light Ray. Like, this book is packed with key elements.
I keep it on my wall, dude. It's just something I like to look at every day. I just love that book.
It's just a beautiful book. I bought it went away when I got my was it Captain America? No, when I got my Tech 31. I had a 9/8 white page copy of that first New Gods 1.
Wow.
And it was, I put various stuff up for him to choose, and that was one of the books he chose. Which, if I want to replace it, I can replace it. But the thing was that finding a white pager for the paper quality of that time frame was very, very problematic as far as getting them white. It's like the Captain America, from that in that vintage of getting them white, the Steranko cover, and also the Sterankos and the Nick Fury 4, that black and white cover. That it's just finding those in with white pages and white cover is a very, very tall order because of the way the paper was then, and that New Gods #1. To get a white pager on that it's extremely rare to get one with white pages.
Beautiful book. Great key. Awesome key. Steven, you're not done, by the way. Apparently, Ileana Rasputin has more books that you need to buy. Uncanny X-Men. This is the first appearance of Ileana Rasputin, Colossus's sister, as an adolescent. So
my mania only goes so far.
That's fair. That's fair.
Meets her second cousin at a candy store in one panel. Hot book.
The first appearance of Sim, a demon from the Limbo Realm, with the X-Men 160, 193% increase of copies sold this week. Blah blah blah. Second consecutive week on Key Collectors Comics trending 20. Interesting. Second week in a row.
Okay, I'm gonna just say this. I think this next book, I think this is just an easy out. Because Action Comics #1 is always going to be a big book. It should always be on it. So I think this is just them being lazy and be like, you know what, we're just gonna add Action #1.
I don't think this could be. And I don't even think. Okay, first of all, there's not enough people that can buy it.
Is it really Action 1? I thought it was the reprint.
It can't
No,
be
they're showing 4.6 million high.
Oh, it's the real thing.
It can't be. How many of these were sold this week? 4? How is this trending? This is ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I make my own list, because millions of books are hot right now, not just these guys.
So this is ridiculous. Of course, this book is always going to be the biggest book in
They don't really have a rhyme method or anything. They just do whatever the hell they want, huh, Blake?
It doesn't. This makes no sense. Like, I understand it. I know why it's awesome. It's fucking the first appearance.
Yeah, you can put anything on this stupid list. I don't like the list, actually.
Well, it says 183% increase in copies sold this week versus previous weeks. Specifically, reprints and facsimiles, which can be viewed by tapping variants. So they're putting up the main one, but apparently a lot of variants for this have been sold this week.
the reprints are hot right now.
Yeah.
Then why not put why not put the variants? Like, they're putting the actual comic. Save the reprint. Save the facsimile issues.
I thought that was like
don't put the actual comic, because that's not moving.
I thought that was like an indie outlaw thing or something.
Wait, Blaker, wait. Understand what you're looking at here.
Yeah.
What they did back in the day is that they would put any kind of a cover, an interior of whatever they had lying around, to nail down the name, to copyright the name of the book. So they just had some piece of artwork there in the bullpen, and they put it into a cover and they wrapped around some book. Don't know which book it was. They sent it into the copyright office and they protected Action Comics as a name. Flash Comics is the same way. And there was a guy named Gary Calabuano who years ago had, I think he had about a half a dozen of these ash cans that were for all the major DC titles. And he'd always put them up on eBay for $1 million or $2 million or whatever. I don't think he was trying to sell them, because they are important. It was basically when DC protected the names of their titles right at the beginning of the Golden Age. Is quite something.
This one in particular, Stephen, Ashcan edition, printed for the purpose of copyrighting the title, as Stephen just mentioned. The interior pages are from Detective Comics #1.
That's it.
The cover is the rejected artwork of Detective Comics #1. There are 3 copies known to exist. One is said to be locked in a DC Comics vault. One graded a 9.0, sold in 2010 for $50,000. And one graded a 9.2, sold in 2021 for $204,000.
There's a guy that I've seen this cover before. When you do any like Superman or action like research, you Google images, this will pop up. And the Thomas guy that has the Superman 3, he showed me some really interesting like stuff about the first appearance of Superman. It's like newspaper articles and different things like that. And there's some weird shit out there if you guys go looking. There's a bit of a rabbit hole.
This would have been Detective Comics #1, but it was rejected art. That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what Detective 1 is Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is so dope.
I do find it weird that they're just like, hey, it's a rejected cover by Detective Comics and then a story by Detective Comics inside an Action Comics. I find that weird.
But that's Action Comics #1. That's what when they were just copywriting it, Detective came out first.
Yeah.
Available for that, for Action Comics then to become Action Comics. It's just the way it was. But it was all about protection, and of course the Superman, all of that trouble that they had with Fawcett for years and years and years and years.
A lot of reprints for this book. The peanut butter reprint, this reprint, that reprint. There's so many reprints. There's look at just all of the reprints for this book. That's insane.
Yeah, when the DC collection came up for sale, what's his name? Alex Comic Quarter had the guy that was selling it on his channel.
Wow.
And the books they had every book DC had up until like some time in the modern.
The gal that had, I just bought this. I had a 9.2 that went away with a trade a while ago, and the more I looked at this book, the more I liked it. Was just this Uncanny X-Men 129, and so I got this. I didn't go for a 9.8 because they're just too damned expensive. But a 9.6, the 9.6 prices you can squeeze them pretty good. And this is a white pager, but I got another one coming that was less expensive than this one, from a fellow that has it signed, a signed copy. I think it was Chris Claremont signed it. Yeah, I've got a Chris Claremont signed 9.6 coming of this as well. I just really think that this book has legs, and I think that the Marvel Universe, if they don't screw the thing up completely and just do the stories as the way they should be, it would be better.
It's a great triple key. You got 3 first appearances, and it's a solid book. What I was saying about the DC collection was that that was when I found out that every issue had an ash can. So there's ash cans of All-Star 8, Action 1, Tech 20. There's these ash cans out there. Like, we never see them in the community, but people have that stuff, Yeah.
And I think that ash can is super dope. Obviously I'll never be able to touch it because there's only 3 of them around, but that's a cool ass book. Dark Phoenix, X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 129. Steven just showed the book. Dark Phoenix Saga Part 1, first Kitty Pryde, first Emma Frost, first cameo of Hellfire Club. They're just selling more. It doesn't tell you why. Everybody's specking on X-Men right now. So
well, isn't she going to be? Um, isn't there going to be a movie coming up here? Is Kitty Pryde or whoever it is going to be featured or something? I mean, everybody's being featured everywhere, I suppose.
yeah. You just never know where and when, but they're coming. They're all coming. It's
Even
don't buy books based on what people are doing this week. Buy books based on what you think is going to happen in the future. Try and zig when people zag. Right now, I wouldn't probably buy that book, but you could try.
I mean, it's not horribly priced. Still, I think is a decent time.
You still think it's all right?
I would say a lot of these books ain't going up too much. People are just buying more of them.
This just came out recently, a couple weeks ago. It was all of the Rage, Battle Beast #1, Origin of Battle Beast.
I can't believe it's still hot.
First appearance of Prince Salaka. There's 38 variants. I won't get into them. We've already seen them, but there's a lot of variants for this book. Some great ones, some not so great ones. But Battle Beast is a cool character. If you like Invincible, go pick it up. It's pretty cheap. I think people are probably selling it for $10, but $4 or $5, $10. You can get it.
Yeah, I thought the hype of this book kind of went down, but I guess not.
Yeah, people still like it. Batman 608, beginning of the 12-part Hush story arc. Okay, that makes sense. So Hush is still real popular. Didn't they just redo? They did another Hush storyline like a couple weeks ago, or they're still involved in it? Some nonsense.
They're still doing it. The first 6 issues are coming out. Then they're going to take a break and do another 6 issues. It's a good story. I like it.
Is Shush the bad guy, or who's the bad guy?
No, it's Hush.
Oh, it's Hush again.
It's Hush.
Yeah.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not the female Hush. No.
No. This is obviously one of TM's favorite guys.
Frank Quietly.
Yes.
Grant Morrison.
Frank Quietly is a great artist, and yeah, Grant Morrison. This book, guys. Okay, a lot of people have it wrong. They think like they're taking this story and adapting it. No, they're taking like the feeling of this book. They're taking like aspects of this book of like who Superman is in that story and who Lex Luthor is in this story. But yeah, it's a great. They're not taking the exact story from it. They're just taking like the feeling from it. But great story. Like if you want a great Superman story, All-Star Superman is a fantastic Superman story.
That's interesting. A Sears special edition. That's interesting. So these are all the variants for this comic.
Yeah, Grant Morrison's my guy though. Like he's like I like Neil Gaiman. I like the Sandman and stuff, but I think like I've read so much from Grant Morrison and like nothing except for I will say Superman and the Authority didn't hit well, but everything else by him is fantastic.
This is the convention exclusive. I'm sure it's foily goodness. That was 2024, so they've already done reprints of this guy. Also, this is the Dollar Tree version. Very cool.
Wait, Dollar Tree? They got that at the Dollar Tree?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
2000.
can show you a bunch. Susie sent them.
Yeah, I got it.
Really?
This was in 2005. I don't know if they must have done this too this year.
Oh, I would buy that.
Yeah,
You
the ones that you guys though, the ones that you got didn't even have like they were the actual comic. They didn't say the Dollar Tree anything,
they didn't
right?
say Dollar Tree or anything. They were just the comic book.
Wow.
But I don't think I thought that they were not. I thought they were newsstands, but I think they're directs. But
I thought that the key out of that was the Super Sons, but I didn't see anybody bring this one up for some reason.
12-issue series that tells a classic tale of Superman's relationship with humanity as he accomplishes heroic feats while dying from overexposure of the Earth's sun. It is a good story. Interesting. Aliens versus Avengers #1.
Yeah, I'll pass. I don't know, man. The cover don't do nothing for me, and if I'm gonna get Aliens and Predator stuff, I'll just get Dark Horse.
This is the introduction of the Miles Morales facehugger suit. Are you sure? You sure you don't want it?
Nah.
Yeah, okay, I'm good.
I think about it.
Variants, there's a lot of variants to it, I'm sure. 9 here. That's pretty cool, actually.
I mean, the header ain't horrible. That's pretty good art.
Yeah.
Venom against the Predator? Who would win?
I gotta go Venom on that one.
I would go Venom
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
I mean, if
Yeah,
Rhea
me
Ripley
too.
can beat an alien, and pretty sure Venom.
That looks like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Some decent art. I don't hate this. Again, it's like, I like the Virgin's pretty cool.
I don't know, guys. If we're gonna talk about anybody beating anybody, it's gonna be me beating freaking Tom Cruise.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, that's a real thing.
You like your Scotty Young? There's some good Scotty Young.
Look pretty crappy to me.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Scotty Young.
I just can't get into it.
Again,
I've never been able to. I appreciate it, but I can't get into it.
Yeah, he does good art. But
Dude, like a big Scotty Young piece sold at Heroes Con for like what was it, like $50K or something. It's probably more than that, but no, it's like it was crazy. It was the highest priced art piece sold at Heroes Con.
I do like some of his art. I just don't like all of it. There's some covers I'm like, no way, dude.
Yeah, I'm actually not partial to this particular one. I don't like the way the Hulk is. I'm not, I don't know.
No way.
Doesn't do it for me. But that is Aliens versus Avengers #1. Apparently, it is selling like hotcakes. I don't know.
They sold 6 more issues, right? Okay.
Like hotcakes, Steven. Like hotcakes, buddy. Batman 497. I think I got a few of these anyway. I've got the one. There's a bunch of different variants, but
they must have. The print run on that must be absolutely staggeringly huge.
Yeah, I would assume that it's very large. Nightfall, reading order, yada yada yada. Oh, 664, which is around the Hush stuff, isn't it? Interesting. Okay, so yeah, Batman's getting his back broken. If you don't know about that, that's the breaking of the bat issue. It's getting popular this week.
I have that.
Oh, this is a good one here. This is a good one.
Yeah, I'm always on the brink of getting this book, and then I'm just like, meh.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times with this book. Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing, formerly Robin. Joseph adopts the name Jericho, and the origin of Deathstroke and Jericho.
It's the coolest cover from the run, dude.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's like you want to talk about runs and stuff. Like New Teen Titans is fantastic, but like this is Tales of the Teen Titans and stuff. And yeah, Tales of the Teen Titans doesn't have a lot of great covers.
I like all their covers. I just like this one the most.
This one, obviously, it's the 1 in 25, Dr. Aphra. It was inspired by, I think, Catwoman 51. I don't know why this is awesome. I guess, what is it, new this week? Trending 20? I don't know. It's all right. It's pretty cool.
Is that what she looks like? Okay. It's not bad.
It's all right. It's not that it certainly doesn't.
I know nothing about this character, but like she's such a fan favorite in the Star Wars universe. I don't even know about her at all, though. Like I know Trev, the shipping guru, that's his favorite character.
This is a Greg Land cover. I think it's the 1 in 25. I don't like the way her face looks on this, but
yeah, what is?
I don't know. I'm not looking at her face, man. I'm wondering how those things are staying up or in there.
Who is it? Who did the other ones? Greg Horn or something?
Mm-hmm. Greg, yeah, Greg Horn.
It's Greg Horn, right? I like
That's
that.
the set that I have. I
Yeah.
have the.
I like the Greg Horn ones a little nice. I think they're a little nicer. Fantastic Four Fanfare #1 from 2025.
Lot
Oh boy, it doesn't sound very promising for the FF movie.
a lot of bad stuff's going around about FF, dude. You can't get away from it.
And you know, the one thing I will say about this thing where everyone's putting all this pressure on the Superman movie, it has to this and it has to that. Well, just because Marvel sets up all these stink burgers putting them out, why does it fall on DC to have a movie that's the greatest movie that's ever been made? If it makes money, they're going to continue with it. They've yet to make a good Fantastic Four movie. I don't know why. It's a curse on Marvel that they just can't get the thing right, and they have not done this. The kiss of death is always when there are a whole bunch of writers. If you look at the credits, if there's a zillion producers and a whole bunch of writers, 9 times out of 10 the movie just doesn't connect. The story doesn't work. And if it isn't a great story, I don't care how many special effects you have, it's a stinkburger of a story, and it isn't true to the characters, or they try to get woke or whatever they're going to try to do and preach. It's a dead duck, and they're asking for trouble, and they're going to get it.
Man, that is a fact. Apparently, They Choose Violence #1 is trending. It's got an error. Page 5 is printed twice.
What a much ado about nothing.
Yeah. They're like, oh, error. This next one also an error. So, Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion #1, error edition with pages of blank dialogue boxes.
Save your money.
Unless you're reading it, that's fine. But if you're just picking it up because you're like, oh my god, this is going to be worth so much money.
There's so much other good stuff to buy.
Some people collect error stuff, you know.
Yeah, I have an error book worth a couple $1,000, so I get it.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I mean, but this modern stuff that they're talking about, anyway.
And last but not least, I have a copy of this book. I don't have. Oh, actually, I only have #1. This must be the foil for #2, but I do have Exquisite Corpses #1.
Neat.
I think the story is really cool.
It looks like that's one per store.
Yeah, this is the one per store, and if that's the one per store, I'll just take the A cover. I'm good.
Yeah, right? Like, it's nothing special. Like, it has to be something really, really cool to really be like, oh, I want that. Not just like, oh, this is just an very rare comic and that you should want it. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I like the art cover.
I'm certainly not getting the one per store variant. That's for sure. That's just silly. So that's it. Top trending 20, and top what is it? The keys of the week. There you go.
A little surprised that Venomverse and Spider-Verse 2 ain't in there, and Gwenpool 2, because they're gonna have stuff going on in those pretty good.
I like the fact that we put. I want to say that Biggie had. Didn't you have? No, you had #6 on the list. Never mind. But we over on Biggie's top 5 commandments, they stole one of our books. Just saying.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Biggie's been preaching.
We had it. We reported on it first. I said you guys should be all going to get Mr. Miracle #2 right away.
Yeah, Biggie's been preaching that dude for a couple years. Big Barda especially. He's been showing off that comic for a long time.
Oh, Mr. Miracle is one of my go-to fucking talkabouts, dude. I love Mr. Miracle Kirby. So good. #3 is an all-white suit too. It's very neat. Like
Biggie, I think you should definitely read Tom King's run of Mr. Miracle. Like
if I had it, I'd give it a look, just because I like Mr. Miracle as a character.
Yeah, it's a really good read.
I've read all of Volume 1 except for issue 1.
Jeffrey says he sunk all his life savings into Deathstroke #1 when it hit the stands. Damn, rough.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm after New Teen Titans #2, and that's the first Deathstroke. That's the big book I'm after again. Yeah,
Yeah, John, we're selling.
I'm just getting the new Teen Titans run.
We're selling tickets for TM's fight versus Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise doesn't know he's in a fight yet, but I assure you, he is in a fight.
Yeah, me and him have been beefing for a long time, and that whether he knows it or not, like it's
Yeah.
like I don't think he really knows about this at all, but like we're beefing in that.